And our first guest is the executive director of the Vermont Stage Company, and that is Christina Alicia. Christina, hello there.
Hi. Hey, Amber.
Hi there. So, Vermont Stage, when this first hit back in March, you were in the middle of a production.
Yeah, we were in the middle of a musical called Marie and Rosetta, and I did you get a chance to see it?
Yes, I did. Yes, I
Okay,
did.
good. I'm glad you did. We were open for like a week and a half, and very few people were attending because this was right when the news was breaking that you should really not have public gatherings, and then we made the hard decision to close early, and then we canceled the rest of the season, and we had kind of our major lineup of shows coming up after that. So it was pretty heartbreaking to have to cancel everything.
Especially that one show that you were in production with, because these days, I mean, the story and it was so important for what's going on in the world today. For those who don't know, I'm sorry, what was the singer's name?
Rosetta Tharpe. It was about her life, and she sort of was was lovingly called the godmother of rock and roll, and she was an African American musician and was the inspiration for Elvis Presley and sort of all these white male rock gods that came after her, and she inspired so many people. And so this was kind of a biography, a musical biography of her life, an homage to her work, and it was doing really well, and we were super excited. We had a great cast, and so many people were just like raving about it when we first opened, and then it just hit a wall where people were like, wait, I really want to come, but I cannot come anymore. And
that's right. It was about how, as a struggling as a successful artist, but she had to go from town to town and sleep in funeral homes because hotels wouldn't let her in.
Right.
And it was just an important subject. So, yeah, so you had to cancel the rest of that run and the following show and everything else, but you decided to come back with your Winter Tales, your annual production of Winter Tales. Tell us more about the history of Winter Tales.
So this is actually our 16th Winter Tales this year, including it in the count. So last year was our 15th anniversary, and then all of this happened, and for me, there was like a no-brainer. We had to find some way to do Winter Tales, no matter whether it was going to be like us filming it in the theater all alone or having like 5 audience members at a time. Like at the time when I made the decision we're going to do this, I didn't know exactly what format we would do it in, but I was like certain that there was going to be some way that we had to do this thing, because I didn't want COVID to break our streak of so many years of doing the show. So yeah, we ended up actually doing like professional filming of it at the Tank Studio, and Ava Solberger from 7 Days filmed the whole thing, and we did it like with real like audio production. It just ended up being wonderful, and we had a great cast. And
well, tell my audience what Winter Tales is, the structure of it, and what it actually is.
Oh yeah, so it is our usual holiday show. And so it's an evenings of stories and songs. It is interspersed with short stories that are about like 20 minutes in length, written by local writers. Over the years, we've had like Chris Bajalian, Stephen Kiernan, Jeff Javalt, like a bunch of different writers. Kathy Bloom always writes a story for us every year, who's amazing, and actually hosts Winter Tales and has been hosting it for years and years. And then interspersed between that is folk music by Patty Casey and Pete Sutherland. So it's just like this amazing show, and our audience loves it because it's sort of what we say. This is sort of our little light during the darkest part of winter.
Right. So we have a clip. We have a clip about this. So let's run that. That's a great story.
Despite everything, we have managed to keep Winter Tales going this year.
And so we offer up these Winter Tales to you.
Curious, I opened the tin, and there, nestled inside, was a single, honest-to-goodness lump of coal.
Well, actually, earlier today, someone stopped me and said, "Hey, weren't you in a Christmas movie?" And the answer is yes. 17 of them.
Yeah, we still think the slogan, Vermont, maybe next year, was both hopeful and realistic.
On Christmas morning, Robin was sad and stayed in bed with the covers pulled over his head.
2 raps of his knuckles on the glass, and they were inside with the warmth and the lights.
I saw your angel in the snow. I swear I heard it humming. A little tune I used to know about happy days a-coming.
Wow, that is so nice. Oh my gosh, you've had Marianne and Andrew and Ruth and Chris Caswell, one of my favorite people of all times. What talent you have in that?
Yeah, we do have some of my favorite actors in the area and in the show. Yes, our friend Bob was in Winter Tales last year and knows the show intimately.
So that one pump said, "Enjoy your cookies." Tell us about the cookies.
Yeah. So we actually, I'm well aware over the years that half the reason why people come to the show is actually for the free cider and molasses cookies. And, it's a complimentary part. People come in and you should see that when we do it in person, people kind of elbow out each other out of the way to get access to these like amazing cookies that we have there and the cider, and they sort of hoard them. And we have to like kind of have ushers monitor people's like cookie consumption because they start taking them from other people's like tables because the show's done cabaret style normally. And so this year we thought it would be kind of a fun add-on to our Winter Tales at-home production to have Ruth Wallman, who's in the show this year, bake cookies for everyone. So we did a little home video of Ruth in her home actually making this recipe of molasses cookies and sort of sharing it with the public. And so, Lucy Bell, yay! Awesome. Yeah. So
that's Winter Tales, and I said from the 9th through the 16th, so you can't watch it after the 16th? Is that?
Well, it's actually, so it's a digital rental. So if you purchase it for the 16th, your rental begins on the 16th, and then it's good for 7 days after that.
Okay.
And you can watch it as many times as you want over that course of the 7 days.
Good. All right, and you have another project about the Christmas Carol. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, that's an interesting project that came up sort of at random. It's TBD Theatricals, which is the overarching producing company of this new adaptation of A Christmas Carol, reached out to me and said, we have this unique idea that we're pursuing, and we're looking for partner organizations from around the country to join us. And essentially, this show is a one-man Christmas Carol starring Jefferson Mays, who won a Tony on Broadway for I Am My Own Wife. And they were actually in the middle of, they had already done so much of the direction of it and had, had all the costumes, all the scenic elements, and they were going to get ready to go live on Broadway with this production of A Christmas Carol in the spring when all of this happened. And so they said, okay, well, how can we save some of this intense investment that we've made? And they ended up deciding to hire a cinematographer and rent a Broadway house and do a live, multi-camera recording of this production that they'd worked so hard on. And then they enlisted the help of local arts organizations around the country to partner with them. So, and we're one of I think there's about 70 theaters nationally that are co-producing this show. And it ends up being this amazing fundraiser for us. And you're getting like a Broadway level production of this brand new one-person Christmas Carol. So we're super thrilled to be a part of it.
We have a clip for that too. Show that, Russell.
Oh, good.
Anything is possible when you have imagination.
We are aiming for making something that you've really never seen before.
Something that is not exactly a play and is not exactly a film, but lives in this strange world between the two. It's thrilling. I sort of had the idea of doing a one-person Christmas Carol late in the last century. Dickens himself did it as a one-person show.
I knew because Jefferson was playing all the roles that it couldn't be your normal Christmas Carol with the big fake turkey.
We wanted to make something that was much more visceral, indulging in the ghost story and the haunting.
I want the audience to scream within the first 5 seconds. We need to be as scared as Scrooge is, so that we fully are open to the idea of ghosts and spirits and change. And change is scary.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so great. It's so great. We just feel so lucky to be a part of it. And and it's a ticket split. So if you buy a ticket to the show, we get half the revenue, which is incredible because we really don't have any they fully produce this in advance. So to me, I just feel like it's a wonderful gift to local arts organizations, what they're doing.
Well, that's just great.
So we're
And
just happy that we get to do it.
And people can order that through Vermont Stage Company?
Yeah, just go to our website and all the information is there. Yeah.
All right. So how exciting. 2 great shows. People, if you want to see how things are done in Vermont, this is a great way to see it. So go to Vermont Stage Company and see those. Christina, we'll have you back later for the quiz. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amber.
Oh, my. Wasn't that fun?